Vidura, with a heavy heart, traveled to Indraprastha to deliver Dhritarashtra's invitation to Yudhisthira. Meanwhile, Dhritarashtra spoke privately to Duryodhana, advising him, "I want you to build a bond of friendship and brotherhood with the Pandavas. You can accomplish a great sacrifice, even greater than the Rajasuya. We have built a grand, modern assembly hall, but remember, wealth gained dishonestly never lasts. I urge you to avoid the harmful habit of gambling." Duryodhana, however, responded stubbornly, "For me, the game of dice is like a sacred ritual. I want to control the magnificent Maya Sabha, no matter what it takes. Dice games have existed since ancient times, even mentioned in the Vedas. The Puranas say celestial beings achieved enlightenment through dice. A prince must defeat his enemies by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. If I can defeat an enemy without bloodshed, that is a better way. Even Indra, king of the gods, defeated Namuchi by using trickery. We can't let small problems grow into big ones. You've made the Pandavas too powerful, and now I'm suffering because of it. We must stop them before it's too late." Dhritarashtra was deeply troubled by his son's determination and felt powerless against fate's course. When Vidura arrived in Indraprastha, Yudhisthira welcomed him with the respect due to a wise elder, comparing him to Brihaspati, the counselor of the gods. Vidura explained the purpose of his visit, delivering Dhritarashtra's invitation to come to Hastinapura, though he warned Yudhisthira that he personally opposed the dangerous game of dice. Yudhisthira found himself in a difficult position. Refusing Dhritarashtra's invitation was not an option, as it was customary for a Kshatriya not to decline such a challenge, especially one from the elders. Despite his reservations, Yudhisthira felt obligated to accept. Along with his brothers, Draupadi and Damawa, he made the journey to Hastinapura, where they paid their respects to Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, and the other elders. The next day, the Pandavas were shown the newly constructed assembly hall, and Yudhisthira admired its beauty and fine craftsmanship, praising the elegance of the structure. Once everyone was comfortably seated in the grand new assembly hall built under Dhritarashtra's orders, Duryodhana proposed a friendly game of dice to Yudhisthira to pass the time. Yudhisthira, also known as Dharmaputra, hesitated, saying, "The game of dice leads to sinful habits, and no prince should get addicted to it. Winning through deceit or immorality only leads to destruction." He warned them, recalling the sage Devala's teachings that success gained by cheating, whether in war or dice, was a great sin. But Sakuni, Duryodhana's cunning uncle, disagreed. He said, "In war and dice, anything is fair. Dice has always been a game of kings. If you don't feel confident, Yudhisthira, you don't have to play. But you're known to be skilled at it, which is why Duryodhana invited you." Duryodhana added, "This game is arranged in your honor, Yudhisthira. It's meant for your enjoyment." Reluctantly, Yudhisthira agreed, saying, "All right, I will play." However, Duryodhana quickly clarified, "I don't know much about the game, so my uncle Sakuni will play on my behalf." The game began on a friendly note, and Yudhisthira won the first round. The elders, Bhisma, Drona, Kripa, Asvatha, and others, were seated in special places, watching the proceedings with interest. As the next round was about to begin, Sakuni said, "A game without betting is dull. Let's make a wager." Duryodhana immediately chimed in, "I'll take full responsibility for any bet my uncle makes. He's playing for me." Despite his inner conflict and hesitation, Yudhisthira agreed to the idea of betting, though his face showed his unease. Yudhisthira knew the risks of gambling, but he was still willing to play, driven by his fondness for the game. Human nature is complex. Often, those who fall into vices are fully aware of their faults but feel powerless to stop themselves. Despite understanding the consequences, Yudhisthira gave in to his love for the dice.